You're listening to the TopCast, the original podcast for growth-minded instrumental music and voice teachers since 2015, with your host, Tim Topham. Our mission at Top Music is to empower instrumental music and voice teachers to find and nurture their innate creativity so that they can teach lessons that are innovative, integrated, and inspiring, and that will have a positive, lifelong impact on their students. Join us each week as we interview teachers and creators from around the world and unpack fun and exciting ideas to maximize your teaching and studio business success.
Welcome back to the TopCast, everybody. It's Tim Topham here, your host for the show, and this is actually our last show of 2024. I can't actually believe that the year has already disappeared. Hopefully you are planning your Christmas break, hopefully a long vacation if you're here in Australia. We don't really go back to school until February, and perhaps if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you'll have a shorter break, but wishing you all the best as you prepare for some time off. Well earned, I am sure. So today, I'd like to take a look back at 2024 and share both some of the things that we've been doing, some of the achievements of our members, and also what we've been up to, and most importantly, what we have got coming up in 2025, which is really, really exciting. And I think it's always really important to remember why we believe Top Music exists. So our vision is to be the world's most inspirational and innovative online learning community for music teachers of all instruments and voice. And our mission is to empower instrumental music teachers to find and nurture their innate creativity so they can teach lessons that are innovative, integrated, and inspiring, and that will have a positive, lifelong impact on their students. And I feel like we are continuing to achieve that mission. One of the things that I would love to do is, of course, support teachers of more instruments and voice, of course. I don't want to leave out our voice teachers. I know we've already got quite a few in our membership. So that's something that I'm going to be looking at over the next 12 months or so, just to see how we can support teachers both of piano. We've obviously got lots of resources for piano and guitar, but how can we support all of those amazing teachers? And I know some of you are listening who teach flute and violin and drums and bass and all of those other amazing instruments. So let's start by having a look at what was a very busy 2024. And I wonder, as I go through some of these events and some of the things we released, how many of these did you get involved in? How many did you read or listen to? Or what themes did you like? And let's take it from the start. January, we had a focus. Our theme, in case you didn't realize as well, we theme each of our months here at Top Music. And those themes speak to all the resources that we put out in any given month. So January was all about teaching neurodiverse students. And we started our magazine, and that was all about that topic. And we had 4 new blogs all about neurodiversity and teaching, and also some YouTube articles. In February, we moved on to summer camps, and we had a number of articles and quite a few YouTubes all about summer camps. In March, we focused on songwriting, and that linked really well with our amazing songwriting course. It's an incredibly comprehensive course in our academy from the amazing Simon Rushby. In May, we focused on beginners, teaching beginners, always something that I love, of course. In June, we started looking at integrated music teaching, how you can really integrate and connect all elements of your music lessons into one. I released, in the first few months as well, lots of different pop song solutions. What was I made for? I did one for, I remember. What else did I do? Speechless and a few other ones. I did a video in June about one of my dance music producers that I used to love listening to, Deadmau5, about how his song Clockwork was based on a Purcell tune. I love finding those connections. I also often talk about this integration idea, making connections for students. I love finding those connections myself. And so that video is on YouTube if you are interested. It charts the progress of a theme, a chord progression basically, through from Purcell through about 4 different iterations to this producer called Deadmau5. And the guy himself, Deadmau5, actually found it on Reddit when someone posted it over there. So it's pretty cool to hear him say, yeah, actually this guy's got it right. That was awesome. Then in July, we talked about alternate teaching approaches, things like Suzuki and whole body learning and Kadai and Orff. And then in August, our focus was on business. It was our first business theme of the month, taking care of business, and we had lots of resources on that side of things. In September, it was all about making music together, groups, pairs, duos, labs, all those kinds of things. And in October, we focused on teaching teens. And in actual fact, one of the first ebooks I ever put together was, and it's still available on my website, was all about getting the most out of teaching teens. In October, we focused purely on creativity. And I had an article in there about what I learnt about running my studio from my visit to a chiropractor. If you haven't checked that one out, it's also on the blog. Go and have a look at it. Great article. And geez, it's amazing how much we can learn from just being aware of what other people are doing in other industries. And finally, into December, we're looking at preschoolers. Now, as I mentioned, we launched this year Top Music Magazine. So we're now up to 11 issues. We've got 1,000 subscribers, and we had a complete redesign after a few months as we saw interest in it. So huge thanks to our in-house designer, Jill, who's also someone you may have connected with in our support. She also runs our support team. So we're really excited about Top Music Magazine. I also got lots of them printed and handed them out at the APPC conference in July. So that was great to get them to hold them and have them in our hands. So if you have a chance to come to conferences, I do try and print them out and come and make sure you grab one of those. But if you're not already following the magazine, it's a free digital monthly magazine. It will start from next year to be launched at the start of each month. So the 1st of January will be our next edition. And you can find out all about it at topmusic.co/magazine. I'd highly encourage you to check it out. Now, as well as that, we had quite a few events and webinars and things. It started off, Tara kicked off the year with our Organise and Energize webinar. And then come March, of course, I was able to fill what was really a career-long dream since I first ever went to an MTNA conference in America. I always wanted to give the keynote speech, and I had that opportunity this year. Seems like a dream, actually, that it happened. I was able to sell some of my books as well. That launched about a year ago, which is pretty cool. If you haven't got a copy, then search on Amazon, or you can grab the ebook and the audiobook. If you haven't listened to me actually read it out, and you would like to do that, topmusic.co/book will find all the information you need there. Now, we also launched a new podcast. We launched the Top Music Piano Podcast with the amazing Dr. Rachel Ehring, and that has become hugely popular. And she's an incredible interviewer, I have to say. And the episodes that have come out this year have each been based on those themes that I talked about are fantastic. Please go and have a listen. If you would like to binge some episodes over the Christmas break, please do. Just search for the Top Music Piano Podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. On podcast 2, after the first quarter, I had a bit of a break from the TopCast, as you may remember, but I restarted it with excitement in March, April-ish this year. And I have to give some thanks to some amazing sponsors that have helped us produce the show, the ABRSM and also Alfred Music. Hopefully you've gone and checked out their new publications from both those organisations. They've been a great supporter of our show, and hopefully will continue to in the future. It's great to have the TopCast rebooted. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you're continuing to enjoy the episodes and the interviews. Back to events as well. We had a few other special events. We launched our Unfazed course. That was all about teaching neurodiverse students. This is one of the most epic courses we have in our academy. There are, I don't even know how many modules there are. There are a lot of modules in this, including access to a complete method book particularly for students with autism. And it is just the most comprehensive thing I've ever seen. So huge thanks to Selena Pistoresi, who created that for us. Fully updated from our original special needs teaching course that we launched a number of years ago. That's inside our academy. Go and check it out if you are a member. And if you're not, then it's one of the most popular things that people come and join us for. It really is comprehensive if you're teaching any kind of neurodiverse students. Now, earlier this year, we also ran an exam workshop series for our Australian teachers with AMEB examiner Hilary Travers, which was a 4-week workshop series all about, from the examiner's perspective, some of the things that we can improve about examining. If you're interested in more workshops on that topic and with Hilary, please let us know. Just shoot an email through to our support team, support@topmusic.co. We welcome any requests for courses, interviews, training, events, workshops, webinars, anything, please. We love hearing from you. You can either email us there or just connect with us on any of our social media channels, particularly Instagram and Facebook. We also had a course with Paul Myatt, which I ran in August, all about teaching beginners with whole body learning. It has revolutionized many teachers' approaches to introducing particularly injured pieces to students, and it's having a huge effect. We are now releasing the videos from that course inside the TopMusicPro Academy. So if you are on the course and you would like to revisit those, or if you have not come across whole body learning, it's an incredibly effective way to teach that combines ideas and elements from Suzuki, Kadai, and Orff all into one, and it's practical and fun. And my goodness, it was so great seeing teachers record videos of themselves trying out these new ideas in our Facebook group. That was just awesome. Now, as well as the magazine, we also release monthly sheets, Top Music Sheets and Top Music Games. Top Music Sheets is now up to volume 56. I can't really comprehend. And I have to give a huge thank you to our amazing head of publishing, Albert, who is just an incredible human. Anyone who's worked with Albert, and you'll be nodding along if you've been one of our composers this year or in the last few years if you've worked with Albert, he is an amazing person and an incredible editor and engraver. And those sheets, if you aren't already a member on any of our plans, then at least consider joining on our Lite plan. $10 a month, and you get one of these collections of sheet music in your inbox each and every month, and also a collection of our Top Music games. We're now up to volume 16 of our Top Music games. Both of those two things together, easily worth a hell of a lot more than $10 a month. But that's what we're offering it for. And you can find out more about Top Music Sheets over at topmusicsheets.com if you're not too familiar with it just yet. Oh, we also had a webinar about homeschooling inside our membership. That was really, really great. With Ginny, who also came on the podcast. She came and answered more questions from members. We did a chart toppers webinar, and we are now, quiet drum roll on my table, launching multi-teacher memberships. I think I've mentioned this once before, but if you run a studio with multiple teachers, then please do check out our multi-teacher studio memberships, where you as the studio owner can purchase a subscription and then allow any number of your teachers to actually join and grab access to any of our courses inside our Top Music Pro Academy. If you're interested in that one, just look for multi-teacher memberships on our website. Now, as part of all of this, I've recently built what I'm calling our Steps to Success pathway. We've always had a pathway for teachers to grow and expand over their years with Top Music, but I've never really shared this in a clear one-page document. And I really wanted to make your journey as a Top Music teacher quite clear, right from your first interactions with us. Maybe you watched a YouTube video, social media post, you read my book, you listened to this podcast or read a blog article, right through to our top-level memberships and transformation programs. We have a complete program laid out for you. That path is really set, and I've put it all into a one-page image, which we'll share on the show notes for today's episode. All you have to do, of course, is take those first steps. Listening to the podcast, you've already started your journey. So what about the next step for you? I really wanted to make sure that everyone that comes into the Top Music world knows what we offer and how we can best help them achieve their goals and dreams. Many of these steps have actually existed for some time, but I've never laid them out in a clear path before. So wherever you are on these steps to success right now, I wanted to take you through a few highlights you can look forward to as you ascend. The first main step up from reading my book or exploring our free resources and downloads is to Top Music Pro membership, which has 3 tiers: Lite, Studio, and now Studio Plus, which I'll talk about in a minute. You can upgrade from Lite to higher tiers at any time. Some teachers we find will dip their toe in the water by starting with a Lite membership, getting all those sheet music and games packs, as I said before, but they soon realize that they'd really like full Academy access, and so they upgrade. And some of you might already be Studio members, but did you know about the exciting programs in store for you as you move even higher? So our top level memberships and programs include, number 1, our Studio Plus membership. So this we've only just launched this year, really, really exciting. It's our top tier membership with access to both high level courses and more dedicated support and check-ins. So we offer 15-minute video check-ins with our team, twice monthly group masterminds, private expert chat, and more. And you can find out all about what we offer in our new Studio Plus plan, which you can upgrade to at any stage, or you can just join directly Studio Plus at topmusic.co/studio-plus. Now, number 2 is, of course, our incredible Top Music certification. And we've just certified our next batch of, I think it was 6 new teachers just this last part of the year, which is super exciting. Congratulations to you guys. I know you'll probably be listening. Top Music certification is our comprehensive business and pedagogy qualification that teachers are just raving about. And the exciting news is that it's now available as a self-paced, accessible and affordable program within our new tier, Studio Plus. So if you'd like to find out about that, how it works, what it means, what you get, head to topmusic.co/certification. And number 3, our flagship next level program for music teachers looking to make a life-changing impact in an accelerated time frame with weekly meetings and the full support of our team of facilitators is called our 12-week studio transformation. And we have just confirmed our next cohort starting in January 2025. They are super pumped and excited, and we can't wait to get started with them. We are opening cohorts in January and July each year. So you can join the waitlist and find out more about that at topmusic.co/12WST. That's short for 12-week studio transformation, 12WST. So where are you on the path at the moment, and where are you looking forward to getting to? If you'd like to download a copy, just head over to topmusic.co/steps or check out today's episode show notes. All right, well, I did promise that we were going to be talking about what's coming up in 2025. And the first thing I want to go through is the courses that we're releasing inside the TopMusicPro Academy. And we've got 5 courses, maybe 6 already lined up. And I have to talk about the first one. In January, we are focused on hiring teachers. Now, I know this isn't going to be relevant to all the teachers out there. We don't all have multi-teacher studios, but even if you're just considering hiring a first teacher or someone to take on some of your wait list or someone to join you in your studio so you can pass on some of your knowledge, then this is the course for you. It's been created by Steve Armstrong, who runs an incredibly professional music academy over in Perth, Western Australia. And that's coming out in January. More information about that will be coming out really, really soon. And then we've got a super fun course. This was just so much fun to watch, I have to say. It's from our incredible community manager and Top Music certification lead, Beck Stewart, and it's called Jam Sessions, How to Spark Fun Group Improv with Solo Students. Now, that might sound like a bit of a contradiction. This course is just full of videos of teachers, Beck, teaching her students and small groups of students moving around the piano, singing, playing, composing. I can't tell you how cool it is to watch other teachers teach students, and not just teach, but inspire and motivate and just enthrall students. And Beck is an incredible teacher to watch. You are going to learn so much from this. That will be coming out early in the first quarter as well. It's just fantastic. Now, also in the first quarter next year, a course that we have wanted to put together for a little while, it's called Canva for music teachers. Now, many of you will be using Canva. If you're not, Canva is an incredible graphic design program that will just shortcut and save you so much time when it comes to recital programs, flyers, and all of those kinds of things. Images for online, for social media, you cannot get better than Canva. And we have put together a course which will both take you through the basics, but we've also got some modules that are more advanced as well. So even if you are using Canva, you're going to be able to learn a lot from this. Now, we've also added a new AI module to our Facebook ads course. That's actually live already for our members. So if you're a Facebook advertiser and you want to start doing those, we have a full course on that. And now, as I say, we've added that extra module about AI. And speaking of AI, some very exciting updates. Later in the year, we'll be releasing a course next year, that is, on ChatGPT for music teachers, because it is an incredible time saver. In fact, I use it each week probably. I know that Tara Wright on our team uses it literally every day, multiple times a day. And one of the other exciting, so this isn't a course, but this is another exciting announcement, in January, we're actually going to be launching a new podcast. Yes, this is going to be our, fifth podcast? I'm not sure right now. It's the Top Music AI Podcast. And this is, it's just a very cool concept. So Tara Wright has created this show partly based around AI. So some of the show is AI, some of it's Tara, and she talks you through it. We're not trying to sort of pull the wool over anyone's eyes. We're demonstrating how it can be used. And it's just so cool. I have to say, it's so innovative. So I really want you to go and check it out when it comes out in January. Just stay tuned to our emails for information about this. The goal of it is to help you use AI in your studio, and for both teaching and for your business, and to also just help you become more confident, because there are, a lot of people have concerns. Are we going to lose our jobs? Is the whole world going to be taken over by robots? The answer is no, but there is so much to learn about AI. So we've got this new podcast coming out. Can't wait to share it with you. And we're also, alongside that, going to be launching a new weekly, I'm not sure actually. We haven't quite finalized how often this is going to be coming out, but a newsletter which you can sign up for, which is at the moment going to be talking, at least at the start, about AI. So while the podcast will be exploring how it works, what we can use it for, all those kinds of things, the newsletter itself is going to give you the prompts that you can put into ChatGPT to actually get the outcomes for your studios. Super, super exciting. And if this is all sort of going above your head and you're like, no, I'm too old, or AI, I can't understand it, or whatever, then you need to tune in, because that's exactly what we're trying to help you with when it comes to that new show. Can't wait for you to experience it. Now, one of the other things that we have recently done for our members is create a Facebook group to allow members to connect in multiple ways. Obviously, we have our forums, we have our own app, but we thought, let's open up one of our Facebook groups just for our Top Music Pro members. So if you're a Top Music Pro member, please search for the Top Music Pro group. Come and join us. It means that our discussions will be in your feed on a regular basis, and it may be an easier way for you to keep in touch. Of course, I know there's lots of people who really can't stand Facebook, so that's totally fine. You can keep using the other ways that we have for you to connect with the other members. So that is a quick overview of some of the things that are coming up next year. Now, as always, there will be new events. There'll be things that we haven't even planned that will pop up that we'll be able to offer you. And of course, all of the things that we do in order to try and support and help you be the best teacher that you can be, the most successful teacher, and a really confident and sustainable business owner as well. As I mentioned earlier, I love hearing from you about things that we can help you with. How can we best support you and your studio and your teaching and your repertoire and your technique and all of those aspects of what you do? How can we help you? If you haven't recently connected with us, please do. One of the best ways to do that is our free Facebook group. It's called Piano Teachers for Beginner and Intermediate Students. You can find the link on our website or just search for it in Facebook. Anyone is welcome to that, and we would love to hear what we can do to help you in there. If you'd like to personally reach out to us, just use our email support@topmusic.co, or send us a DM on any of our social media channels. It would be so cool to hear from you. We love hearing from teachers, and it would be our absolute pleasure to help implement one of those things that you suggest that can help you, because I'm sure it'll be able to help other teachers in 2025. Now, as I wrap today's episode up and wrap the year up, we couldn't offer all the amazing things that we do at Top Music without the help of our incredible Top Music team members. And I wanted to reach out to all of them now and thank them publicly. Here is your Top Music team, the people behind all the things that we're able to release. We have Maro and Sarah, Albert, Rachel, Tara, Beck, Donna, Anna Marie, Rosemary, Georgina, Jill, Tims, Christian, David, and Shelley. Thank you guys for all that you do, tirelessly working day in, day out to support all of the teachers around the world and support me, help achieve our vision and mission. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much to all of you. And before I wrap things up, thank you to you, all of the amazing listeners out there, out in in the world, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, thank you so much for tuning into this show. I know many of you have listened since the first episode aired in February 2015, which means that next year we have our 10-year anniversary, don't we? Let me tell you about that in just one sec. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you to our members in particular for the support that you give us through your membership. We really appreciate it. Congratulations to all of the Top Music certified teachers out there now, and best wishes to our 12-week studio transformation cohort starting in January. I can't wait for the year ahead. It's an exciting time. I know there's lots going on in the world. There's lots of unsettling things, I guess, around, but we can keep working with our students, focus on what we're doing, focus on the incredible change that we can experience and help students achieve. Let's focus on that and keep up the great work. I know how hard you're all working. I know you're probably exhausted if you're listening to this just before Christmas in 2024. I know you're probably worn out. And so I really hope that you can take some time off, recover, recharge those batteries so that you can provide an incredible experience to all of those amazing students that you teach next year. So that's the end of the show for this week and this year. When the TopCast returns in January 2025, you'll actually be in the very safe hands of Tara Wright for a few weeks, as she's going to be taking you through a free 9-part organizational kickoff course to start your year, as well as running the new AI podcast. So make sure you go and search for that once it's launched. You won't be able to do it now if you're listening to this in December, because we haven't actually set up the feed yet. But come January, make sure you check that out. We'll give you some reminders on this show as well. But I'll be back for our 10-year TopCast celebration, which is going to be episode 400. So that's only, 4 episodes away, around February next year. Check the free Facebook group as well, because we're crowdsourcing. We want to hear from you, your favorite episodes over the last 10 years of the podcast. And we're also offering a chance to ask some questions of me and the team and things like that. So go and jump in the Facebook group or shoot us an email, as I said before. Love to hear from you and love to get your involvement in that 400th episode, which is kind of crazy, I've got to say. So good. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Thank you for all that you do, and wishing you the best for a safe and happy Christmas and New Year. I'm Tim Topham, and you've been listening to the TopCast. I'll speak to you again next year. Bye, everyone.
How do you keep up to date with all the latest trends and research into music education? How do you connect with other teachers around the world and make sure your teaching stays fresh and relevant for students of all ages and stages, both now and into the future? I created our TopMusicPro membership to be the one-stop shop for music teaching resources, training, support, and community, and I'd love for you to come and join us inside. With over 40 comprehensive training courses, hundreds of teaching demonstrations and lesson plans, free monthly sheet music, discounts, and all the business and pedagogy support you could ever need, TopMusicPro is the community you've been looking for. If you're ready to level up your learning from the podcast and join thousands of other teachers in our global network, head over to topmusicpro.com today. If you enjoy this show and want to hear more of our work, be sure to subscribe to this podcast wherever you're listening today. For links and resources mentioned in this episode, visit us at topmusic.co/podcast or check out the show notes. I'm Tim Topham. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy your week ahead, and I'll catch you next time.